we are now you're not saying, oh, we need a great community manager to kind of rally the community to triumph something. The reality is the community, it becomes the community, and the stronger it becomes, and less barriers and less managers in place, the more effective they are. Just like an IT organization, the less managers there are, the more effective they are.
I have two of the smartest co-hosts in all of the internets. Roy, swing it out of the park. Swing away, Roy. Swing away.
Swing away. Wing bada bada. I think that there's a bunch of different things that are going on. One of the things, of course, everybody's talking about unstructured data and all the huge amounts of stuff that's available everywhere. I think that part of the issue that's going to have to be resolved over the next couple of years is how we individually prioritize that and how organizations prioritize that. I may know everything about Chris Dancy as a consumer, everything about Chris Dancy as a business person, but how do I decide what's important about Chris Dancy and what's not important about Chris Dancy? And I think that, I think that IBM is taking an approach toward that with the Watson Intelligence. I think there are going to be a lot of other organizations that are going to be looking at that type of thing. There's some very cool things that are going on in some laboratories now. There's one actually in Boston, which name escaped me. I think it might be Bluefin Labs. It does real-time analytics on television shows, and there's all kinds of data that's just streaming in from everywhere. And prioritizing that and picking and choosing what's important is going to be the interesting part. And I think it goes back to that little saying that pops up every now and again. Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should do something. So we can gather all the data on the planet, and then what do we do with it? And more importantly, how do we back it up? But the thing is, we have to decide what's important to us, and that's, I think, part of the community's job is to say, okay, I've got all this information, but what, to the people in the room, whatever that room happens to be, what's important? What do we gain from this? How do we use it? How do we modify it? What do we do with it? Those are the choices that are going to be really interesting. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Well, see, this is where my mind goes. Like, so Roy, you just said Bluefin Labs. So I Googled it, and it shows your picture that Roy Atkinson shared this on Blogger, January 2nd, 2012. So pretty cool, right? Here's the thing. You just said Bluefin. We're on Google Hangouts. They know that we're talking to each other. Why didn't it show it for me?
That's
good enough.
So I actually can answer that question. We've had the ability to have self-driving cars for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't because it scares the heck out of people.
Yep. Not me.
I
like it.
It's just like in The Matrix when Neo says to Morpheus, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And Morpheus says, "You've never used them."